get to know me. That's today's podcast there. Get to know me. All right. Just get to know me, you lucky bastard. And unfortunately, you don't know a person by what they love, do you? No, you know somebody by the shit they don't like or what they complain about. And, as I try to keep everything so positive in these things, I just got to admit the truth. I'm just good at complaining. It's the only thing I'm good at. I don't have any other special skills besides tattooing and complaining. So let's get on with it. Couple things that piss me off. We're just going to start, okay? Fucking red lights. Stop signs, sure. Yeah, those ones too, but that's what pisses everybody. Fucking red lights in my goddamn room, right? You're trying to sleep in your hotel room. You're trying to sleep in my own house. And there are red lights on everything that I plug into a wall. Like, I need to know you have power. I can tell you're not working. I don't need to see, how does that red light even fuck things up? How do we know it doesn't mess with the biorhythms of our own natural body, huh? Or the universe. Mother Nature might be hurt by these goddamn red lights. Sometimes they're green. Sometimes, and you never know. There's no universal standard from manufacturer to manufacturer. Like, no, all our lights are going to be red for off. Because some things turn red when you turn them on. Pisses me off. I got to go to bed. It looks like 1,000 points of light shining in my hotel room. Now I got to buy one of the masks. Masks makes my head hot. I'm already hot. These hotel room covers are the way they are. Why do they make hotel room covers so goddamn thick? You get one big, huge, thick cover. Sometimes it's like a cover with a cover inside of it. Have you seen those things? My wife knows what they are. She calls them. She has names. What is it? What do you call that thing? It's like a cover for your cover. But you put it's like a duvet? Is that what it is? You put your cover inside of this thing. Am I right? It's like a sack. It's so big that you can put your cover inside of it, and now your cover is super hot. But your nasty body doesn't touch it, I guess. And probably in hotels that's better. But unfortunately, you still end up, it's still too hot. It don't matter. So now you got to kick one leg out. You know what I mean? Trying to regulate your heat like a lizard in the desert. Is alternating legs. In, out, oh, too hot, too cold. Fuck that shit. You know what else I hate about hotel rooms? Now that we're on hotel rooms. A lot. Weak coffee. Why so I wake up this morning, go downstairs, gonna get a breakfast. You pay money and sometimes you're just like, yeah, it'll make me wake up because I'm a cheap bastard. Because they got a decent breakfast. They always call it, we got a good breakfast, which means they have nasty sausage. When they say they have a good breakfast, sometimes if they don't have nasty sausage, they just say, hey, we got a breakfast if you want it. Yeah. And then it'll be open till 11. If they got the sausage, they close at 9:30, and they tell you it's good. Yeah, it's a good. Today wasn't bad, though, really. I can't complain about today. It wasn't good, no, but it I guess they've just got my standard down so low that you're like, oh, wow, it was more than like a cereal spinner thing that you got to spin. How about that? The cereal spinner in the hotel that you got to sit there and spin it a million times to fill a bowl. And then the bowl, that's even a tiny bowl. You get upstairs and you're like, well, I filled up the bowl, so I'm going to be full, right? And you eat the cereal and you're like, wait a second. This bowl is a fucking shot glass. It's not even a real bowl. And I had to balance it all the way up to my hotel room because, I'm trying to overload on everything, and I got all them hard-boiled eggs like I'm going to eat them nasty things. Gray fucking yolk. Anyways, today's a complaining day. You didn't catch me, right? Today's a complaining day, but really, fuck that coffee. You wake up, listen, if you got a coffee dispenser and you're like, we can only please kind of one person. We got the decaf, because why? I don't even know. Why the fuck do you... what is decaf for? Is it just to piss people off? Who is drinking decaf? I just like the taste of bleached caffeine nuts. That's gross. Like the process of decaffeinating something is going to leave you with a chemical slush inside of your gut, right? Okay, what am I complaining about? What do I really even know? The coffee process doesn't fuck me up anyways. But I'm telling you, I'm going to rather say, listen, if you're going to please the population that you serve, right? And then you're going to have a coffee and it's too weak or it's mild to weak. Then you're going to mild to weak. That only services like those people, those fewer people, because it's an addictive product, right? And so the mild to strong is much better. And you know what? Mild to weak, there's nothing I can do. Like, wait, I could be like, hey, can you guys give me some of them coffee grounds so I can put a spoonful in the middle of this thing and make a mud slush? No. There's nothing you can do. You're screwed. You're just like, oh, it's weak-ass coffee. I'm scared to add cream to it because now it's going to be weaker-ass coffee. But if you have strong coffee, it's not going to be the same. I know. But you can add water to it, right? Besides, don't you want to put a little ice cube in there anyways? It's too hot for that first, So you put a little ice cube on the top. That's going to weaken it some. Now you got hot iced coffee. What else pissed me off? You know what pissed me off about coffee? Well, actually, this is just a little trick that I like to do. You go into McDonald's and you say, I would like a iced coffee, please. I would like a large iced coffee, please. But no ice. Sensitive on my teeth. No ice. Zero ice, because sensitive on my teeth. I just like the iced coffee. They make up this mix thing, which is like 50-50, right? So that's like strong, right? Or not 50-50, it's not 50-50, it's like the pure shit, right? They go a little stronger because they know they're mixing it 50-50 with ice. So you say no ice, though, and then you get the strong shit. You could put it in your vein if you wanted, and you'd be having a good time. You know what I mean? That is fine by itself, cream it up, good to go, but it's a little lukewarm. And you don't have no ice. Nor do you have room for ice, because so you're like, hey, can I get a cup of ice? And then is pour, and you can drink it throughout because they got an ice maker right there, or you just get a cup for water, right? And then they got the ice maker right there. Now you're just 2 for 1. You just got a 2-for-1 deal on your iced coffee, and you can just drink it in front of them like, haha, look at me, gaming the system. If they're smart, they're going to applaud you. If they're a manager with profit sharing, let's bitch about profit sharing. Goddamn managers working so hard for 7 cents on a month. Listen, it's going to take me 3 Diablo sauces to get through this taco, this burrito. All right? That's just what it's going to be. It takes 3 of them. I get it that you share profits, and you're like, well, no, dinky, go ahead. Charge 25 cents for the cups that go out the door, too, because that's water cups. The water's free, but the cup's going to... Profit-sharing ass managers making my takeout order look like shit. Like, give me enough napkins, please. You order a whole Taco Bell and they're like, here's a napkin. No. Do you understand the product you serve? It is not made for clean people. And you know how you made it, too. Let me bitch about that. Upside down taco. They put an upside down taco in my bag. Just didn't even fold it properly, right? So it's just like upside down. I go to grab the taco out. It's not folded properly. You know you don't want to crush through your hard shell, right? So you don't grab it super hard. You do little ginger hands on it. And then you pick it up thinking it's there. Slips out. Bam! The top of your fucking Taco Bell now has a taco on top. You might as well just pull all the wrappers out and make a big taco salad. Just like, done. Just eat right out of the bag. Fuck it. I'm going to put my face right down this thing like a damn trough and just eat like a good consumer. I'm a good consumer. That pisses me off. Consumers. Sheep. That's what it is. How many people are going to bitch about sheep? I ain't no sheep. I'm a lion. I do lion things. You my lion friends. Fuck that. You're a sheep. You're all a sheep. Why'd you comb your hair? Sheep. Don't want to look fucking ugly, sheep. Why don't you want to look ugly? Be cool. I say look ugly. That's what I say. But you know what? Now you're following me, you fucking sheep. Who picks your programming? That's what I'm pissed about. Who picks your programming, huh? You know what I mean? You pick your programming, I get it, but you get programmed. Now that you picked your programming, what programming are they picking for you? That's what I mean to say. Who's picking? You go and you're like, that's the programming I identify. They got me because I am an elbow patch wearing, sage cigar smoking or cigarette smoking, ponytail having, professor at the liberal arts college, blah, blah, blah. So they pick it for me. They pick that shit, and I Mountain Dew it up, and I'm cool. I listen to my Taylor Swift. She's a good girl. And, and then you got the other ones just like, I fucking buy catheters all the time. I need to shove shit in my dick all the time. Here's a retirement package for you. Is that where you're picking your programming? Which one's picking your goddamn programming? That's You notice that Pepsi is Mountain Dew. Right? Mountain Dew is Pepsi, right? You know that, right? You're not an idiot. You fucking been on the stock market. You saw it. They're the same damn thing. You know, Pepsi owns Mountain Dew. Subsidiary Mountain Dew, right? And all kinds of other shit. They own all. But you know what? Pepsi and Mountain Dew advertise in different fashions, right? The Mountain Dew, that's for the little daring do devlers, right? Jumping over X Games ramps and fucking putting Axe body spray on. You know what I mean? Too much hair gel. That's a fucking Mountain Dew guy, right? He's out there duck hunting, right? He's out there duck hunting, but how's he duck hunting? With a fucking, what was it, NASCAR or something? He's like really? Like you just go to this mud and you just make it a mud bog and you're like, oh, the ducks are leaving. Now you can shoot them over my head while I wrestle them up. That's what you have your dog do because you might shoot it. Like, just, and you work as never mind. I'm just saying. Stupid ass commercial. That's a CNN commercial, ain't it? Now, what do you do with Pepsi? Well, that you sell your reminiscence and your nostalgia, where that goes right next to that goddamn catheter on Fox, don't it? Who's picking your programming? Because those commercials are picking your programming. They have a whole conspiracy against you or for you. Depends on how you want to look at it. Is it symbiotic, or are they preying on your income, on your weaknesses, on your outrage, on your fear? Who is picking that? Because they got a group of people. They do, right? So Pepsi, they got a group of people who works for Mountain Dew. They got a group of people who works for Pepsi. And they both decide, well, it's going to help us sell to our demographic. How can we expand our market base? And how? And they do. And they sit down and they think of, well, we need to hire tricky-ass motherfuckers, first off. We need some fucking meme magicians. We need some people that can tap into the butthole of... Because somebody's got their finger on the pulse of America, or right up the butthole of it, one or the other. And we're going to go ahead and figure out what's going on. Like, what is scaring people today? And then we're going to give it to them. Hey, you scared of being unhealthy? Pepsi's got a product for you. Right? Probably comes with green packaging in a brown paper bag or something, right? Less plastic. We're saving the environment. Do you know what pop has done to the environment? I mean, let alone your gut biome. But you're fucking, do you know what pop has done to the fuck? I call it pop. That's because I'm from Michigan. Sorry. Soda, I guess. Coke, if you're from the right spot. What kind of Coke would you like? Would you like a Coke Sprite? Or would you like a Coke Pepsi? Or would you like a Coke? Everything's Coke some places you go. And you're just weird because you ain't drinking sweet tea in that spot if I do. Everything that I've gone to has been turned to a mush, though, so how do I know, really? Anyways, that's pissed me. Who picks your goddamn programming? This is cool, that's not. That's terrible. That's awesome. It ain't even you anymore. You know? At one point, we just give in. We just give up. We don't even pay attention to the commercial anymore. We just let it go straight to our subconscious. Like, I'm not even thinking about that thing. People tell me all the time, they're like, Kyle, why are you listening to this commercial? Yes, I'm listening to the commercial. I wasn't paying attention to the TV show. That can go in my subconscious. I don't give a fuck. Now I'm going to regurgitate some friend's fucking joke sometime. And some people, I'm going to think it's great. I'm going to be like, dude, that was a perfect opportunity for that. And I dropped that joke. I made it up. I'm going to feel like it was mine. Everybody else is going to be like, he must watch a lot of Friends. And Chandler's is probably his favorite. But no, I ain't paying attention to that. I'm paying attention to commercial. Commercial's designed to worm inside of your head, to get past your prefrontal cortex. In some cases, they don't want you thinking about it. Or they just want you to think about it one time, right? You get that Super Bowl viewing, and you're like, happy, warm thoughts, and then they cut it down. They're like, we paid millions and billions of dollars for 30 seconds. Or usually a minute 30, right? Because people go all out. So a minute 30 in Super Bowl, sometimes 2 minutes, good Lord. It's a whole fucking movie by the time you get watching it, right? Nobody's even watching the game. Fuck, God, that's a boring-ass game. You want to hear me complain about football? That's a boring... I mean, during the excitement, that's exciting-ass game. If you can stay on for all the boring, ass-scratching, just close-ups of faces and fucking here's so-and-so on the sidelines thinking about how he's going to make his fucking Porsche payment. What the fuck? Like, I just see so much. This is a coach. This is a picture of a coach. You're watching a coach. I mean, they got somebody talking to you the whole time. But really analyzing that fucking game and the viewership of it, that is a boring-ass game. They did far better in baseball. I'll get you. I know. If you got baseball as your comparison, then you're like, yes. But, I mean, if you compared everything to golf, right, then fuck. Geez, the WNBA would have people in the seats. You know what I'm saying? Uh, oh, that's a dig. You can't do that, Kyle. You fucking misogynist. All right, let me bitch about that. This whole fucking commercial programming bullshit now has got to be shoving a gay person, an interracial couple, a fucking, and I'm not mad at them. And I get it. We need to see more representation of them inside of society, but now it's disproportionate. I'm like, is there a white person ever? Well, like what happened in movies a long time ago. Remember when it suddenly, and we overused it. I know, but we overused it. It was like suddenly you couldn't have a black gangster, right? If you was a gangster, it had to be an interracial mix of bad guys. And you couldn't have a bad black guy anymore because, and right, I get it, but are we going to get to that point eventually where we have watched it enough that we're like, okay, we can all deal with it? Yeah, guess what? People's people. In this story, it's this person. We're so, this I guess is my observation of it, because you could imagine and you could look for bad things in everything I just said, and fuck you for doing so. That's another thing I'll complain about. I was looking for the bad. That's what I'm doing now, actually. Irony. I'm going to complain about irony. But the truth of the matter is, like, so much is now being paid attention to the opposite of what we're going wokeness crazy. Is that right? Like, I don't know. Can I have, I don't know. It's like they have to put it in your face now, right? And that's what the right is pissed off about in Florida. They're just fucking idiots. They don't get it. I'm mad about a teacher talking to my kid about two husbands. That, I don't know. There's so much weird with that. Y'all fucking worried about not sucking a dick. It sounds like every retirement person down there is like, wait a second. You mean I could have been sucking dick all along? What if they taste good? No. Let's backlash this. We need a strong amount of anger and, but against this. So that my mom actually said it to me recently in conversation. Well, it's just, it's so much now. It's in the culture that and there's more gay people. So what does that tell you? If it's more accepted in the culture and more gay people are existing, then it kind of says that it's making people gay. Or it's saying that it's making it safe for them to come out of the closet. But I'm saying, I don't know. I'm not saying, I guess we're here. We're here now. I look forward to the day that we stop making it such a focus and we can just look at people, right? Because we've divided everything up so much. We've segregated everything. We've given classifications, phylum. If you are this, you act like that. We know it. And then you start to do it because you're a fucking droid, because you're a fucking, because we all are. We're plastic brain, lizard brain. We do repetition. And so they tell us this is what you're supposed to do. Boys wear blue, girls wear pink. And then we're like, yeah, that's what we do. And then we're like, oh, no, actually, that was stupid, wasn't it? That actually caused a lot of confusion. And through that confusion, now we have to let people figure out who the fuck they are and what they want to wear and, what kind of jewelry, like how many dangling earrings they get to have. That's what it is. But we got to put everything. So if I watch an underarm commercial, I'm watching two girls and they're like about to kiss. You know that they are together. You know what I mean? Like they push that one on you. And perhaps, I guess they do it all the time, huh? Maybe that's it and I haven't looked for it. But I'm thinking of other commercials where they're doing that, where you're falling in love. Okay, right on. I'll shut up. All right, let's just complain about boomers who don't realize that they've been accepting certain stereotypes pushed on them for long enough that when the converse happens, they have to jump in knee-jerk reaction against it like I just did. Let's bitch about epiphanies. How about that one? They piss me off. Man, you go your whole life thinking one way, and then you start, down a diet tribe trying to make something entertaining while you're driving to fucking Kansas City, Missouri. That's weird. Let's bitch about that. Why the fuck is Kansas City in Missouri? Why is that your capital? That's fucked up. Yeah? And why is Kansas, isn't it really like, oh no, that's Arkansas. Why is Arkansas actually Arkansas? But pronounced Kansas. You follow me? Arkansas. So why isn't Kansas Kansas? Just saying. Something weird, Joe. Like it's how they get you. They get you to just start believing shit that can't be, right? I live on Grand Traverse Road, right? But I'm driving a Traverse. You hear me, dude? What the fuck? They get you to believe all kinds of shit, and then when you're accepting two opposites as truth, now they just got you, and then they're like, world's flat. That's the way it goes, motherfucker. They flip the script. It all changes. Suddenly the religious don't care about poor people anymore or their struggles. They only care about the unborn. I don't know. You think the religious what would they do in the zombie attack? Is it still life? Do we have to do what if there's a heartbeat with the zombies? I mean, we all have accepted that you kill them by the head. We get that. But what if that's actually just, a needed thing because some other part, because that's controlling the heart, but the heart still beats, right? If the heart beats, do we get to just, we kind of have to wait for it to attack us, right? You can't just be like, it's a zombie killer. We know its intention, That's pretty bigoted. Let's bitch about bigotry. Let's bitch about, why am I going to Kansas City. Let's bitch about flags, or no, not flags, was it fountains? Let's bitch about fountains. Kansas City, city of fountains. That's what they are. Let's bitch about slogans. Oh my God, you're going to get me to bitch about Flint, though. But first, let's start with Kansas City. City of fountains. You think down there in fucking Arizona, California, Las Vegas, they're proud of you with your fountains? Are you just spitting it everywhere like, look at all our water, bitches? I mean, does Kansas City have water? Michigan's got water. We got water. Fuck you, Kansas City, and your water trying to make us jealous. Come out and see a real lake. That's what I'm telling you. You guys got ponds everywhere. All right, I'm kidding about Kansas City. Please don't take offense. But I'm not kidding about how weird it is that that's your capital. It seems pretty, that's some envious shit. You're like, oh yeah, are you Kansas? We're going to make Kansas our capital, bitch. Do you guys like pen pal or friends because of that? What's the relationship between Kansas City and Kansas? Like, do they accept each other? Do they have football teams? What's their football team? What's a Missouri football team? Missouri Mud Hens or something? No? No? What? I'm asking you. You're a football. Missouri ain't got Kansas City Chiefs. It's Kansas City, ain't it? I had to come up with all this? I'm not even a football guy. Candy likes football. So she says. I think she just likes watching them tight pants running around. She's like, that guy does squats. Not wearing his jock today. Let's bitch about that. They used to wear cups. Am I just a pecker gazer? Is everyone else watching football not seeing this? What is this? Is this like porn or something like that? You're like, no, I don't watch the penis. I just watch the vagina. I'm a straight man. Yeah, the penis is in the vagina. I'm watching around the penis. Watching the penis is gay, Kyle. Don't watch the penis. What's that moment right before the money shot when they show the dude's face then? That's how it's gotten me. It's like, do you know who you were shooting this for? Was that just a moment for your girl? Or is it what, so I can sync up? Or is it like, okay, yeah, it's that time? All right. Do I need to make eye contact with it? That would be gay. Hey, I think it's probably known in the industry, right? I'll have to have someone on from the porn industry. It's probably known in the industry when they're doing that close-up right before. No eye contact, man. Come on. Come on. You're going to turn somebody gay. Bitching about Kansas City, bitching about fountains, bitching about showing off your water and your fountains. You ain't so cool. You ain't so cool with your fountains. And then we started bitching about some Peter North shit. Speaking of fountains. Moving on, I'm going to bitch about Flint. That's where I live, Flint, Michigan. And no, I'm not bitching about the water. I've gotten used to it. I kind of like the taste. It gives it a little metallic feel. It makes me feel like a battery all day. I feel like I've got energy. I think people should try a little more lead, you know? Who, like, science, science. What the fuck do they know? Oh, they've been studying shit. They just want you to believe shit. They told you to wear masks. They told you not to fly on planes. I don't know. What are they telling you today? Not to get intubated. I forget. They change it every day. You notice that? I'm bitching about that. Science is always changing. God is always constantly changing to suit the truth that we find through science. And now the Leviathan from this deep blue sea, well, it obviously turned into a whale. A whale, yeah, it swallowed Jonah. Did you know when they didn't know there were whales, it was not a whale? Was it a whale? It's definitely a whale now. Okay, now I'm just bitching about shit. Probably half you don't even know about. Heathens, atheists. Fucking pick up a Bible, yo. Story of Jonah, yeah? At any rate, I'm bitching about Flint. And I'm bitching about Flint's bricks. Every year, Flint has a thing called Back to the Bricks. We started it because Detroit has a thing called the Woodrow Mile or something, the cruise, right? Well, they got the cruise, the thing or something. And you go down Woodrow, a big street down there, and you just cruise your badass vehicle, and you waste your gas. And if the cops are being cool, you can do a little burnout, and everything smells like rubber. Oh, yay. Right next to the ice cream stand, little kid's face full of fucking rubber soot, just licking at a used to be. You're like, is that chocolate? No, he just did a burnout. It's vanilla. Not no more. And so at any rate, that's what they did down there. And Flint's like, we got to have something. Well, a long time ago, we had brick streets. Like, we were an early city. Here's what you don't know about Flint, and learn a motherfucker, okay? Learn the shit, okay? Watch Michael and Moore or something. Was it Michael Moore? Roger and Me? Watch a fucking movie. I don't know. Don't. Actually, don't. But here's what you need to know about Flint. 1960s, pretty badass, man. Good times for us, right? And all those years before that, 1920s and on, we made rubber. That was one of the things we did. Edison learned how to make rubber. We made rubber. And so we had rubber right here. It was easy to get the shipping yards and stuff because we had the boat, the Great Lakes, so you could make a channel out to the fucking ocean. I might be making all this up, okay? Probably making it all up, but whatever. I don't care. You don't know anymore. Fucking what? You're gonna research it? Okay, Wikipedia boy, go ahead. Get back to me in the comment section. I'll peruse it and I'll have minions destroy you. I will have your life destroyed. I will Elon Musk you. You're probably a pedophile trying to get those kids out of that cave. Let's bitch about that. Fucking hey, man. Saving people? You're going to bitch about pedos? Elon, calm down, brah. All right, that was a while ago. I've forgiven him already. Moving on. Back to the bricks. So now we got this thing where we take our cars in Flint, all three of them, all the three Corvettes we got left, and we drive them up and down the street, and we're like, fucking, but we got to go out on the bricks because it's called Back to the Bricks. But the bricks, guess what? Back in the 1920s, it was probably a high-end fashion thing, because roads everywhere sucked. And then you would come to this brick road and you'd be like, this is actually better than the sucky-ass roads everywhere. But the bricks suck ass. We've kept the bricks for stupidity, nostalgia sake. And we have these bricks, and now they fuck you like our tires. Gretchen, fix my roads, Gretch! You bitch! Kidnapper. I'm gonna kidnap the governor, and I'm gonna put a fucking hot tar in the back of my car. I'm gonna give her a shovel, say with asphalt, and we're gonna have her totem just like she's gonna be fixing the roads, and she's gonna win her re-election. That's my ad campaign to help Gretchen win re-election. Just get out there and do some hard work, girl. Quit trying to get your boat through the marina. That ain't funny. Only if you're local. Only if you're local. Hey, that's a joke for those of us in the know. But we are fixing $5 million we just got from Will Smith or something. He was sad about slapping Chris Rock. So he's like, he gave us money for the water. I don't know if you knew that. Elon saved our ass. Fucking Will Smith saved our ass. Queen Latifah came and made some money. I think she donated a bunch of it too, but she made a TV show or whatever. Good looking out. Thanks for bringing awareness to it. Truth of the matter is, though, they also got $5 million to beautify this place, and we're going to spend it on them fucking bricks. We're going to redo the bricks so they're nice to drive on. Yeah, how long is that going to last? Motherfucker, it is not my first time. Okay, I've been living in Flint my whole life. And I seen you guys with your beautify projects. And I see what you do. You waste money. You waste money. You give people short-term jobs. And then they have to be, like, if you got a job beautifying Flint in 1984, which happened, if you got a job beautifying Flint in 1984, then you had to move out of Flint. Because now you knew how to beautify places, but we was done. And guess what? We wasn't in the maintenance of that shit. All that stuff they put up, that clock tower they put right down the road from me, wasn't 3 years and it quit working. You couldn't change the battery. Like you couldn't afford to have someone go up there and change the battery on that clock tower. Well, now you're going to go ahead and fix my bricks? Good Lord, no you ain't. We're going to make it drivable. No, you ain't. 3 years, that's how long it's going to. $5 million, 3 years. How long I got to pay that off? Well, you don't have to. Because we poisoned you, everybody's in a really charitable mood about this. Man, just give us, call it back to the blacktop, okay? And put down a good road. Well, rubber on the road. You know what? The best road is built out of used tires. Costs more, lasts twice as long, right? So it could cost twice as much. Couldn't it? And it would be economically feasible. One of the problems with that is your car. Let's bitch about cars to get in this. I just had to buy a new car. That's why I'm driving a Traverse. And I live on Grand Traverse. Should I live on Grand Traverse? Anyways, my car gets destroyed every year because Michigan's got terrible roads because we buy the cheapest solutions for fixing things. And then we don't do repairs in a timely fashion, right? Oh, my God. I think I might be done bitching. I think I'm running out of shit to bitch about. Don't look at me like that. I can bitch about the way my wife just looked at me when I said I thought I was done bitching. Oh, don't get me started about my wife. Oh my gosh, this woman controlling. Let me bitch about the last time I've driven. Have I driven this car yet? Oh my God, I just bought, what is this thing, like $38,000 I spent. I mean, I didn't spend, I ain't got that, right? Hey, let's bitch about that. My Wikipedia page. Someone guessing my net worth. Sebastian called me up and said I was worth like 1.5 million or like 15 million. I know that's a big difference, but I can never see decimal points. Maybe that's why I don't drive. Because I'm like, is that 650? Oh, 65. Yeah, why'd they put the zero on it? They don't. I just can't see, and I refuse to wear glasses because I'm that vain. So that's why my tattoos are turning out the way they do, you know? That's why I need to do that wicked clown shit. So that they can, because you'll forgive a clown for looking like he does. Yeah, he's a clown. Maybe he had a hard morning. Maybe his coffee was weak. Speaking of which, I'm going to bitch about that. Driving to Kansas, across all these goddamn cornfields, ain't no Starbucks nowhere. Now let me bitch about Starbucks. I will not buy a Starbucks. $3.50 for 12 ounces of coffee. Are you kidding me? What the fuck's up your... Why? The exponential rates? Oh my gosh. Why are we dumb enough to stand in line? That's it. That's the programming. You see, who picked your programming told you Starbucks was okay? I see that. I look at the thing. I start to the menu up there. All I want's coffee, but I don't know. I always look. So I'm really just looking to see where the coffee's at. But I start seeing everything. Fucking latte, spice, blah, blah, blah. It goes on and on. Fucking, artistic thing on the top. You can get your picture printed on it or something. Oh, who cares? And then there's a price over there. $17.50, $43.99. Got to pull out a fucking second mortgage so you can have a fucking smoothie drink. No, thank you. Then there's your lonely little coffee down there. Your little, 14 or 6 ounce. Because they ain't good. It's a 16 ounce. They ain't filling it up. They're filling up 12 ounces. We want to leave room for a lot of cream. That's where you make your money back. Milk's cheaper than that, mofo. So, that ain't no... I'm just saying. What happened to a buck coffee? That's where I grew up. Okay, it wasn't a buck for everybody. It's $1.50. I was serving... But the senior citizens discount was a buck at McDonald's. And they would come up and they would refill and they demanded... They were like, this coffee's not fresh. They would point to the timer thing on it, and if you were like a minute, or even if you were early, they'd be like, you better be really close to changing that. And you'd be like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I will. I got some other, I'm doing the fries and the shake, and they're like, you want me to get you a coffee right now because you're waiting and you're kind of on my ass? And he's like, nope, I'm going to wait for the fresh brewed. Oh, my God, dude. At any rate, that's what coffee is. Coffee's a buck. Ain't no fucking $4.50. What else can I bitch about? Anything? I can't bitch about meeting Darren McCarty. That motherfucker met me. I met Darren McCarty, championship level NHL hockey playing Darren McCarty, the goon. Whew. I met him, and he called me a legend. Maybe that's just some shit that he says. He's like, you're a legend. Maybe he says that to everybody. But he seemed to know that I tattooed, and he seemed to like my tattoo. I think he called me a legend. Darren McCarty called me a legend, kids. Let me tell you about that. How do you complain about that? Well, I complain about it like this. Darren McCarty looks like he is ready to unwind on you at any time. I think he's ready to hit you. Like I don't know. He's always sizing you up. Is that just me looking into things because I know his reputation? And he's actually just like thinking nice thoughts. He's like, I like the way this guy cut his hair. You know, maybe he's like, man, this is really a nice day. But meanwhile, I'm looking at him and thinking that he's trying to think if I'm worth 5 minutes in a penalty box or getting ejected from a full game. If he's thinking about what my orbital socket would feel like to crush. Anyways, moving on. What about that? Meeting your legends. What is this bitch about that? People meet me and I see it in their face sometimes. It's sad. Because to some people, I'm a legend. I know. And I'm even beginning to, you know what? I'm just going to say it. I've always kind of felt that way, and then people start to say it, and I'm reluctant to believe people, and I'm just going to have to go with it. Yeah, you know, we was both right. You're right. I'm a legend. So anyways, I meet people, and they're like, oh, my God, Kyle, you're a legend, you know, and then they'll be like, I want to take a photo with you. Tell me things about stuff, and then I do. And then they're like, oh, man, this is crushing. It's just watching their idol smash in front of them. They're like, this loser, this motherfucker, how does he even get dressed in the morning? Then they find out my wife, you know, puts my clothes on for me, like I was an invalid or something, sets me on the edge of the bed and then rolls my socks on. Yep. I wouldn't even be in the shape I'm in if she didn't smack my ass at the gym, be like, it's time to work out, honey, go do your workout. Huh? I go in there, my personal trainer points me to an exercise machine. I get on it backwards. He's like, no. Everybody around me just understands. They deal with it because they understand, because they know me. But, you know, when people think of me as a legend, they don't realize all the work that has gone into making me seem like a legend. And that they have just been fooled by their programmers into thinking just that. And then when they meet me, their dreams get crushed in front of me. It's a sad thing to see, you know. So when I see it, I usually give you a free piece of artwork. I don't know. There you go. The good thing about meeting me, if your dreams and expectations are crushed, at least you get a shitty piece of artwork. There you go. I'll sign it for you. Other people think I'm a legend, so when you show it to them, it comes back around. Then you're like, he's a legend again. I know the truth. He's not. Anyways, that's about, I'm for real. I'm done bitching. I'm for real like Taisha Reels for reals about being done bitching. I'm for real like a telephone reel. There's no telephone reel. I am real like a movie reel, right? Like the one at the cinema in the old days when it would flop around when it was done, flop, 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 flop. That's how done I am. I'm done. I'm done like that. I wouldn't even be telling you how real I am if I could find this off button I've been looking for too long and now trying to save. And now I'm actually in a hole of it because I found the off button. I see it. I'm looking at it, but I have nothing else witty to say. So I'll leave you with I've stayed too long and I've said too much.